All right. Share my screen with you. Okay, do you see the chart?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, when's your birthday?
8th of April, 1974,
Time
4:17 p.m.
and where?
Tamworth, Tamworth, New South Wales, Australia.
All right, Virgo rising.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, good. So, Carly, can you tell me a bit about what's going on in your life now?
Now, I've been I'm in the middle of writing my second book. I've got two book deals, and last week I just signed contracts for films to be made out of the books as well.
Mm-hmm. So you're a
I al-
writer.
yeah, I'm a writer, but I'm also as well astrologer and tarot reader. I do that sort of on the side as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh. All right. So, what are your books about?
My life and travels and spirituality, magic, cacao ceremonies. Because I also do cacaos, but from the lineage of the seven rays, from the shamans from the Andes.
Mm-hmm. From the Andes, from South
Yep,
America.
yep,
Interesting. Okay. And is that your main work? Is writing?
yeah.
Hmm. Okay. And is that what you've done historically in your life? Is be a writer?
No, no. In the past, I used to just do a little bit of market research, interviewing work.
Market research
Yeah,
and interviewing.
yeah.
Interviewing who?
Like ringing people up and just doing surveys over the phone and writing down what they said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a lot of meat or vegetables opening up. All right. Let's start reflecting some of the chart back to now. Hmm. Okay, I'm kind of feeling the Venus Jupiter conjunction in Pisces and your
Hmm.
Neptune in the third house. Because when I asked you, so what do you write your books about? You say it's partly about your spirituality, your travels around the world, and also traditions from people of the West Andes. So magic and all of that stuff. I'm feeling very much in the Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, especially Neptune in the third feels very relevant for what you're saying. But then what really piqued my interest is, in fact, the market research. Mm, because there I felt and let's take out Saturn just for now, but I'm sure we're going to bring him back many times. I'm feeling the Mars Mercury
Mm.
square, that you're calling people up again and again, and it's a different person every time, and you're doing interviews. So it's a lot of talking. And what were you doing market research for? What was the interviews about?
They were about um mostly government stuff.
Aha, very good. There we have Saturn. Tell me
Mm.
more.
Like uh just like people that have studied and left school and what they've gone on to do and things like that, and public transport interviews a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they find public transport, all about that sort of stuff. Mostly public transport interviews, actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you feel the Mars and Gemini in that?
Yeah.
Okay. And why? How did you end up doing? that kind of is what kind of company is it? A publicly funded project?
Oh no, it was a private company.
Why? What is their
Um, I don't know. They just that was the company. It was just market research. Just like that's all they did.
okay, so you would call and you would just talk to the public.
Yeah, yeah,
And how
yeah.
long
Just general public.
huh?
Just general public.
Okay, how long did you do that for?
I did that for about 10 or 15 years.
Long time.
Yeah,
And it's always the same.
yeah, yeah. It was always the same.
So talking on the phone again and again.
It was very monotonous and very boring. I didn't really enjoy it that much. It
You didn't
wasn't.
enjoy it. Okay.
No, I didn't. And I wouldn't say that it was fun. It was boring. It was monotonous and tedious.
Okay, are you feeling the Saturn now
Yeah, yeah,
in the 10th?
yeah,
Saturn and Gemini, right? Because
yeah, yeah.
what is tedious getting on the phone again and again. And I guess you have a script of questions that you
Yes,
ask.
yes. I had a
Right.
script.
Okay, so do you feel the Saturn in that as well? You have a
Yes,
script that you have to use.
yes.
Okay. Both malefics in Gemini in the 10th house. In Gemini.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Talking. And I'm feeling also like, because the 10th has to do with your bosses.
Yeah.
What were they like?
Well, I left because I refused to take the COVID jab.
Aha. Nice. Okay.
So that saw me out of work with them. But that was good for me because then it left me free to pursue all this other stuff that I really enjoy and have a passion for.
Okay, so how long ago was that?
That was,
Oh yeah, COVID time.
yeah, 2021 or 2022, probably. Not sure which, but no, it wasn't long into the whole pandemic, scamdemic thing.
Okay, hold on. You said 2021, 2022.
Yeah, probably around about then.
Okay. Because I'm thinking the North Node was moving through Gemini at that time, right? So it was passing through your 10th house, and you had the eclipses in the 10th house. That makes me think probably during a lunar eclipse, you had that event. That's just what comes
Mm,
up for me very naturally. It's
yeah.
interesting, by the way, now that I put in the North Node, I see that your South Node is there with them as well, with Mars and Saturn.
Mm,
Interesting. Uh-huh. So that call center job. I'm really feeling that very strongly. Okay, but you've moved on from that for now,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
permanently. Okay, so now it's just writing the books and then adapting them into movies. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, but the
I don't know
movie.
what time frame that's gonna take. Like, there's no, they didn't give me a time frame or anything. I mean, my books have to come out first because my first book, I'm waiting for the final format to come to me soon so that I can read and approve it. And once I've approved it, it'll get printed and then it'll come out. So it's going to be a long process, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. So this is your first book that you're publishing now.
Well, I self published it, but I got this writing deal from that.
Mm-hmm. What does it mean to get a writing deal? I have no idea about that world.
Um, well, you have to like pay a commitment fee, but they return it to you with payment once the book is actually printed and out.
Mm-hmm. And what is your book? Why did you get that deal?
Because I got a book agent. She approached me and she set it up for me.
All right, did that happen last year?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going back 1 year.
In my room on the cupboard.
Was it
Sorry.
was it was it possibly like at the end of 25 that that was happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Saturn stationed conjuncture Mercury in kind of November, December of 25.
Yeah,
And
that
that makes me think about, right, an agent approaching you for a book deal. And so then that's something you have to obviously produce. And then there's a framework you have to follow to get that book into print, right? They have some regulations that you need to meet, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay. So do you feel that with the Saturn to Mercury?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Is that the period also like end of last year where you were writing a lot?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Can you tell me a bit more about what about this excites you? What do you see? Why are you publishing it?
Well, my book is, I mean, well, what inspired me to do it was I attended a workshop about living your dream life. And she played some meditation music and said write down your biggest dream, what you would want to do if money and time and everything, was no option. What would you do? And I was like, I'd write a book about my life. And then and then from there it just started, and I started actually doing it. Then I self-published it, then I got my agent, then my agent got me my first book deal. Then I got approached to make it into a film, and then I got my second book deal, and then they want to make that into a film as well. And yeah, it's just been this journey that I just I, I don't know, ended up going on. And I mean, my life, I've been an activist as well for certain things, and I've also traveled to places that you know, is not necessarily so safe for women and stuff. And I've actually been branded schizophrenic, and I've been locked up about 12 times in mental hospitals because I was honest about the fact that, because I'm clairaudient, and sometimes I hear um you know voices, but it's people speaking. It's not auditory hallucinations. I don't believe that. Um,
Oh, okay. So there again, I feel the Mercury in Pisces,
mm,
square your Mars and Saturn, that you have clairaudience,
yeah,
but other people didn't get it, so they locked you up. That makes me think about the Saturn Mercury and not being understood for what it is that you're experiencing or expressing.
yeah.
But why? I mean, how were the people tipped off to you having a schizophrenia?
Um, oh, my
Or
mother,
sorry,
because she was worried about me because she couldn't understand how I was acting or whatever.
uh-huh. And how were you acting?
Um, she thought I was paranoid,
Because
but
you
I
were
don't.
talking about hearing stuff.
Yeah.
And what are the voices like? What would you tell
Like
your
real people, not
hmm
like not like a voice in my head telling me to do something stupid or anything like that. Nothing like that.
Okay, and what are the real people? It's like they're friends, it's like people, like
Yeah,
entities.
yeah, yeah.
And
Like
so you
real
would
people that I know.
okay, so you would tell the people around you would say, "Oh, so and so is here saying this and this," and you would relate your conversations with those people to your mom, is it?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'm feeling, of course, your Mercury in Pisces again in the seventh,
Mm,
right? That
mm.
you're hearing things that other people don't, but they're
Yeah,
there. They're actually there, but it's just that other people don't pick up on it. And
yeah,
the other thing for me is Neptune in your third
yeah,
house again.
yeah.
Okay.
But so
Also,
I've written about that as well.
okay. So what did you write, for example? How did you
Well,
present
like,
that story?
one thing was about the first time that I was locked up. They kept me in a room with a window and just watched me the whole time. And I was really angry at first. And I was just like slamming the doors, going, "What do you think you're going to see in here? I'm going to sit, I'm going to stand. That's all you're going to see." Like, because they were just observing me the whole time. And then finally, when I like surrendered to the whole thing and thought, just give it up, just let it go. And that's when they came in and said I could leave. And I thought it was such a lesson on like just surrendering to things and then things change.
Interesting.
And that first time I was 27 years of age.
While ago.
Mm.
Hmm. And how many times did it happen thereafter?
I've been locked up 12 times.
12.
Yeah.
Girl, that's a whole lot. Okay, so so you have kind of like unprecedented access to the other worlds. This is what that tells me.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you consider yourself how would you describe what you experience?
Just like I hear voices, like I hear you speaking to me right now. Like I could get off the phone with you and I could just hear you speaking from the distance.
Oh, still me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the sort of thing that happens.
Can you give me a few more examples? It's very new for me. Nobody else introduced me to that yet.
Well, I'll put it to you this way, right? Like when it happened when I was 27, and this is something I wrote about in my book too. I saw this astrologer in Perth a year later, and he was wild. He summed it up in the first 5 minutes that I saw him. He goes, "About a year ago, did you think that you could hear people's voices and you knew what they were saying? And if someone was lying to you, you could tell?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was honest about it all, and it got me locked up. And he
Oh,
was like, "Oh, your Pisces went into activation. So you're getting voices from everywhere and everything." And he was like, "That's exactly what happened."
well, how did he get you locked up?
No, he said, I said to him, that's
Uh-huh.
what got me locked up. Like, because I
Uh-huh.
was honest about it, because I spoke about, you know, hearing people's voices.
Okay. Okay.
Because they, psychiatrists just go, "Oh, you're having auditory hallucinations. Oh, we'll
Okay.
lock you up."
I see. Okay, I got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's making me think especially about the Mercury square Saturn.
Mm,
Saturn and Gemini in this case for me is like the psychiatrist, right? It's the authority who writes the prescription or who writes the report and is saying like, yeah, she has auditory hallucinations, lock her up, right? And so you're having this normal experience that is your experience of life and reality, and then there's someone that is not satisfied or twisting it or I don't know. So did they
yeah.
try to change you? Did they try to like heal you? Did they try to medicate you?
Um, I do have medication. They inject me every 3 months.
Okay. And what's the medication for?
Schizophrenia.
Okay. Would you agree that you have schizophrenia?
No way.
No way. Okay. But you have to put up with it. Like you have to take those
Yeah,
meds.
yeah, yeah. I live with it.
That's so strange.
Australia's really into locking people up in psych hospitals and medicating them. That's one thing they love. And also, as well, another thing that makes me think a reason that they do it to me is because I've always been an activist and outspoken against things that the government does as well, and I don't think they appreciate that as
Mm.
well.
Okay, there, do you feel the Mars Saturn conjunction in your 10th house in Gemini that you're outspoken against the things that the government is doing, publicly so?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, and so in what way are you outspoken?
Um. Well, I've always supported Stop Adani, um, the and that's one thing that I've done activism work for, and that's another thing that I talk about in my book. But recently, the 5th of May was Rainer Fulmich's birthday, and he is a lawyer who is trying to organize like Nuremberg about the vaccines. And he was kidnapped from Mexico and taken to Germany, and he's been put in prison. He's still in prison. He's been there nearly 3 years now. And on his birthday, I printed out 315 pages of signatures for a petition for people demanding an independent inquiry into what happened and his immediate release. And I took it to the German consulate here in Melbourne and handed it in to them. And I don't
Mm.
think they were too happy to receive that,
Okay,
but
do you see the Mars Saturn Gemini?
yeah.
Right, Gemini's printing out the petitions and getting the signatures and going to the consulate and finding for the independent investigation of this person's situation, working with the lawyers and fighting against the unfair government, right? And you're spreading information and doing so. So the whole thing, Mars, Saturn, Gemini, 10th house, right? The 10th house also being the government as well, people in positions of authority and power, and you being very much against them. Does that make
Mm.
sense when you see it that
Yeah,
way?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And by the
definitely.
way, I'm also feeling the South Node. I can't really place it exactly, but just your role in all of that feels very South Node.
Mm.
Also that you're connected to these people. Um, hmm.
Because
Wait,
it
there.
was done all over the world. Everyone in different countries did it on
Oh
his
yeah,
birthday.
I wanted to tell you something that you might find interesting. Do you remember that we had to move this appointment back an hour and a half?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know where I was traveling to today?
Germany.
I'm in Germany, but I was traveling to Nuremberg.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was just there. I just came home from Nuremberg.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Isn't that interesting?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we live close to Nuremberg. We never go, but today we had
Oh
to
my
go because my
God.
boyfriend wanted to pick up a bike. And well, it's a long story, but anyway,
Oh
that's where we
wow.
were.
That's so cool.
Okay. So look, that's isn't there by no coincidence. Okay.
No.
Okay, so you keep taking the meds
Yeah.
and you have no choice.
No.
And do they kind of tranquilize you?
Um this makes me a little bit quiet.
Quiet.
Yeah. N-
Like it tamps down your. Can you describe more maybe?
Um I don't know how to describe it. It's just like this makes me feel really mellow.
Mellow. Uh-huh. And if you didn't have that, what would be different when you're without them?
Um I don't really know because I haven't really been without it, so I couldn't really say.
Hmm. Okay, you know what interests me about that? You're ruled by Mercury because you're Virgo rising.
Mm.
And that you live in Pisces, right, makes me think about the auditory hallucinations, which, as you say, is really just clairaudience.
Yeah.
And you're also being squared by Saturn in your own sign in the 10th house. So that makes me think, Saturn in the 10th in this case makes me think about the authorities that are forcing you constantly. Like you can never escape them, actually. They're after you and they locked you up many times in a row.
Mm,
And yeah, that just makes me think how your Mercury, your chart ruler, is always square to both malefics. And so
mm.
also that your mind is being controlled by the authorities in a way because they force you to take these. So you see, it's kind of interesting how there's like this push against them, and then there's this control over you. It's like this interesting story for me developing.
Yeah, I see that.
So do you publish still information about all that? Are you active
Um,
in your resistance?
well, no, not really. Like I just get involved with things that I care about and help people when I can in ways that I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Julian Assange was locked up, I went and protest for him a lot too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, again, right? The whistleblower, Gemini, Mars, Saturn. I'm
Yeah.
feeling your sun in Aries as well, very much on several levels. Um, Earlier you had said that you've done a lot of things that are more dangerous, especially for women.
Yeah, like I traveled to India by myself. I stayed with a guru, so I wasn't by myself completely, but like I traveled there by myself, and I traveled around sometimes by myself, and um, I had a romance with a Nigerian who lived in Qatar, and I went and stayed over there with him, and it's illegal to stay together if you're not married, and he we had to tell him to stay out because one of the other guys that was staying in the apartment block with us got caught without a working permit and he was being deported back to his country. And so the guy who owned the place was worried that me and my partner, if we got caught, we'd get deported too. So we had to get him to stay out for a little bit just to make sure that we didn't get caught and get deported, but we didn't, luckily. But like that's the sort of thing. I wrote about that.
Mm-hmm. So again, Saturn in the 10th, right? The authorities that can come and get you at any moment. And in this case, again, the square to the 7th house, that it's because you're unmarried and you're living in a foreign country and you're evading, kind of. That makes me think about the Pisces as well, right? The things are not totally clear or right under the law, but never mind. And the other thing that intrigues me is like, so you said you studied with a guru. Immediately, I'm feeling the Venus Jupiter conjunction. What was that? How long did you stay with a guru?
2.5 months the first time, and then I went back for 9 months later too.
Okay, and that was kind of for enlightenment practice.
Uh, yeah, not really.
Why? What happened there?
Um, he wanted me to marry an Indian guy to bring him to Australia, so I did that. I didn't bring him to Australia, but I did marry him. But we were never together, and I was hoping to get a full visa to India, but that never happened. So I got a divorce.
That's great. How interesting is that? What? And so why did he want you to bring that guy to Australia?
That I will never know because my guru has passed away now. He passed away young, but he knew he was going to die young. He always told me.
Hmm.
But I did learn spiritual practice things from him as well. And I did like have things from him that were to protect me as well.
Okay, I'm feeling the Venus Jupiter in that. But you know,
Mm.
an element of it when you work with a guru, I'm feeling the Mercury, Mars, Saturn on a very different level because a guru is someone who you kind of devote yourself to. That's my understanding of it. They're your teacher. They tell you
Yeah,
what to do and what to practice, and they give you the
yeah, yeah,
format, they give you the
yeah,
rituals, right?
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
kind of tight in a way.
yeah. And I didn't really enjoy the fact that I had to kind of obey.
Yeah. Okay. So do you feel again the Saturn?
Yeah,
Saturn, Mercury. So you see, it just keeps repeating on all those different levels.
maybe I was born under the wrong sign and I really should have been an Aquarius because I'm quite rebellious.
Well, that's your Aries. Aries is the rebellious, not Aquarius. Aquarius is actually
But
something very different. Aries is the one to break the rules, to do the things that they like, to be the one to call everyone out. I feel your Aries sun very much because you're not the one to put up and be quiet and be gentle and be sweet. I see that you're kind of a warrior.
mm, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
that's
thought Aquarius are the rebels.
I know it's crazy. I know that's the most. For me, that's like the biggest mix-up in astrology. Aries is the rebel. Aquarius is society. So Aquarius is social order, it's law, it's community, it's working together, it's organizations, it's corporations. Yeah, it's a little
Mm,
different.
mm, mm.
Aquarius
But
is more like
yeah.
working in a group and figuring out group dynamics and getting along with large groups of people. Like for example, that you were interviewing everyone. That makes me think about Aquarius, even if you have none, but you don't need to because you have the Gemini, right? With the Mercury.
Mm, mm, mm.
But yeah, Aries is the rebel.
Well, that's definitely me.
Yeah. And besides being an Aries sun, you have Mars on the midheaven.
And Aries Chiron too.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That I feel like that's my wounded identity from all this psych shit.
Oh yeah. So how is that?
I feel like I've progressed through it a lot better these days because I just don't give a fuck anymore, really.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that you have surrendered or do you feel that you were broken by them?
Surrendered,
Surrendered.
not broken. I don't feel broken. I feel stronger than ever in other ways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I guess that is now I understand like the books that you're writing are kind of fascinating because your life has been. Is that right?
Yeah, and they've been healing for me too.
I have a question about the movies. Are the movies in any way politically slanted? Because you're kind of telling charged story. Your life is kind of the life of the rebel.
I don't know really because I haven't had the scripts as yet, so I'm not sure.
But why? Like, why would anyone take your? That's what I don't understand. There has to be something about the book that deserves an adaptation.
Um, oh, my travels and the spirituality and stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's an interesting subject, right?
Yeah. Also being locked up 12 times.
Uh-huh. What's your day-to-day like?
My day to day is just like catching up with friends, doing tarot cards and oracle cards, and um, going to spiritual workshops or sound healings. And um, I live with my mom, who she's obviously elderly and like she's losing her sight a bit, but she didn't take the vaccine and she's also quite politically minded like me. So it's good we get on really well. Um, but I have to help her to read a lot of stuff because her sight is failing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And she is an Aquarius.
Uh-huh. Okay, so notice that you're doing tarot.
Yeah,
All right, so I'm going to take out Saturn for a moment. We're going to bring him back in a bit. So catching up with friends and doing tarot for me is very much your Mercury and Pisces again in the seventh, square your Mars and Gemini. So I see
yeah,
you like not just doing tarot, but like channeling information, like actually reading the cards, but hearing them also.
yeah.
Okay. And I guess you post online. Do you do like collective readings on any social media?
I don't do that sort of stuff. I
You
haven't
don't do
done
that.
that.
So you do it like personally for clients or for friends or
Just one-on-one friends, really, mostly.
okay.
Some clients, but not very many.
Uh-huh. And you said you do like sound healings because there again I'm feeling the Venus
I
Jupiter.
go to experience sound healing, so I don't actually conduct them.
Right, right. Okay, and you do lots of spiritual practices, you said different
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Like what else? Can you give some more examples?
Like the cow ceremonies. Um, uh, I'm also qualified as a yoga teacher as well, but I don't teach it.
Okay. So a lot of spiritual like it's a spiritual life kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because there I'm feeling the Venus Jupiter in the sixth Pisces very much, right?
Mm, mm, mm.
That also
Yep.
feels like you have a very kind of meandering life in a way. Like
Yeah, it
you do not
is.
okay. You kind of get captivated by something and you go in that direction, something new comes up and you veer off there and
Yeah,
just exploring fascination and rabbit holes and the
yeah,
universe.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
Yeah, I
that's probably my moon in Scorpio
also, right.
in the second house
Okay. Why'd you bring that in? What did you think about that?
because it's like exploring all the mysteries.
Right. Right, especially because your moon is connected to Jupiter and Venus. That's what really stands out to me, right? Because that trine is exact between them.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, so your everyday life is okay. You know, your moon in
And
Scorpio.
also,
Go ahead.
oh no, what were you gonna say?
Your moon in Scorpio for me is about the drugs.
Oh,
Because
really?
yeah, because you said that they make you calm,
Yeah, yeah,
they make you chill and more kind of dull, right? So I'm
yeah,
feeling the Scorpio energy in that because it's a fixed water sign. And so it's quiet. Like you said, it makes you more quiet.
yeah.
Right? So there I'm feeling the moon in Scorpio. And that
But
moon, by the way,
also,
go ahead.
another astrologer says that people with moon in Scorpio are most likely to have experienced traumas in their lives or lost loves. And I've lost 3 loves to death in my life.
Hmm. That's interesting. That also makes me think about Venus, Jupiter, and Pisces from the sense of having connections that are beyond the veil.
Mm.
I guess you
And
still interface with those people. Go ahead.
my last love that died, I dreamt of him for about 60 nights after I found
Okay.
out that he passed away. And he was always law enforcement. He was always like a policeman locking me up, or he was an ASIO agent following me around, or he was in a helicopter flying over me and watching me
Okay.
in the dreams. But in
Yeah.
real life, he was nothing like that. He was a total hippie. He was a yogi.
Yeah, this is what I'm feeling now that you kept dreaming of him for 60 days after he passed, Mercury and Pisces in your seventh, and the square with Saturn, that he was always controlling you. He's a police officer, he's in a helicopter coming after you. Right, so there again, I feel Mercury, Saturn, and Mars.
There's always like law enforcement of some sort.
Yeah, Mars, Saturn, right? Law enforcement.
But friends of mine said that that's just him looking after me.
And by the way, the other thing for me is your sun in Aries in the seventh. Because
Mm.
the seventh house is like, let's say it's partners, but Aries is new beginnings and it's loss and it's pain. And so that this your sun is in Aries in the seventh makes me think about these different relationships that you had that were so, first of all, some of them died, like for example, the guru, and
Three.
you said
Three
three,
die.
right?
Oh no, three lovers of mine.
Yeah, but also the guru. So there's a
Oh
fourth,
yeah,
even though
also
he's
the
not a
group.
lover,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And so there's like these different men that end up being a big part of your life, but they come and go. So that makes me think about the Aries because it's a cardinal fire sign, right? It's something impulsive, it's quick, it's not forever, and it starts over. You start over
Mm,
again,
mm.
alone, independent. Does that make sense to you? The way
Yeah, it
we're
does. It
yeah,
does make sense. Yeah.
okay. The other part that's coming up again because we didn't address it earlier. It's about your mom and that now she's hard of seeing, and so you have to read a lot of things for her. Mercury square Saturn again.
Mm,
Right, and Mercury and Pisces, you can think about Pisces as obviously it's a mutable water sign, so it doesn't do too well with sight, does it? Because in the water you don't have eyes, fish don't see.
no.
So that makes me think about Mercury and Pisces in your seventh. There's someone around you that can't see, and so you have to constantly help them. There's the
Yeah.
Mars, Saturn, Mercury. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, yeah. That makes total sense.
Why do you have to read things for her? Is it to entertain
But
her,
she
kind
can't
of?
read. No, because she wants to know the information, and so I just
Uh-huh.
read for her.
Okay. She's the Aquarius, right? So she wants to know, right? She wants to, okay. But she's kind of into the social fold. She likes to know what's happening in society.
Yes, yes.
Australia,
Yeah.
okay.
Not just Australia, in the world.
In the world, okay. Right, there's her Aquarius.
Yeah,
Worldly, world-minded.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
But
what's
it's good
something,
for me because
can you
I
just
like to know the information as well. I do like to know.
so can you
I
give
do
an
like to
example of what that might be? How where that fits into your day?
like she'll be on social media and she just can't read something and she'll say, "Can you help me read this? Can you read this for me?" Or she'll want to write something to someone and she'll be like, "Can you just check that I've typed this okay and I haven't made a mistake?"
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me just a moment. I'm moving locations. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some water. It's hot here. My God. Yeah, so there's the Mercury, Mars, Saturn. Your mom is frequently asking you, hey, can you come over here? I can't read, I can't see. What is this person saying? Can you write a comment for me? Can you type out this letter? Can you do the email? Can you send a message? Can you call this person? I guess you're also doing for her.
Oh no, not calling people. She calls people fun. She does that.
Okay.
Just reading things for her mostly.
It feels like you call people, however, like you are in contact.
Yeah, I do call friends.
hmm Are there other people in your life that are kind of important, let's say, people you frequently interact with?
Um, Not so much these days. Just friends.
Just friends and your mom.
Yeah.
hmm And so now the big thing for you kind of is the excitement of the book.
Yeah.
And do you keep writing?
Yeah. I've been writing. I try to write a bit each day, but some days I don't write. Like today, I didn't write anything, but tomorrow I will.
Okay, and what are you writing about currently?
Just my life still. But
Uh-huh.
like, but about magic and cacao ceremonies and sound healings, things like that, all that sort of stuff.
So you're describing all those things and how you do
Yeah,
them and what's the
yeah,
experience of them and
yeah.
uh-huh. Okay, would you say that you're prolific at this during this period?
Yes. Like I've written 90 pages so far, and the book that I'm writing in has 144 pages.
How long did that take you?
That's been since the start of this year or end of last year.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, so what I want to point out to you is that now I have your progressions up. And you can see that in your progressions, your sun has progressed to 8 degrees of Gemini. Gemini being the writer, right? But importantly, currently what you're going through is a full Neptune because your progressed sun is exactly opposite your progressed Neptune in the third house. Right? So think about that. Every day you're writing about magic, you're writing about cacao ceremonies, you're writing about
Yeah.
sound healings. What else have you written about? What are all the subjects, if you can just
Um,
think of them?
Also just events that I attend, like movies or I like going to some beauty things as well, stuff like that, but with people that are like a little bit of influencers or celebrities, stuff like that. Like just on TV.
I didn't understand. So you go to events with
Yeah, I
celebrities?
go to events with like people who are influencers or celebrities.
How did you get to do that?
Just get tickets.
So you just buy the tickets.
Yeah, yeah.
And why does that interest you?
I don't know. It's just something that I like to do just for fun.
Uh-huh. And
Not
so
like some of them, like one of them was a wellness morning, and they had like a breathwork session with an astrologer who talked about astrology, and the lady who she used to be on Married at First Sight on television,
okay.
and then
Okay,
have a breakfast afterwards.
got
Like
it.
events like that. So it's like a whole event. It's not just like, I'm not just going because it's a celebrity or something. I'm going because there's activities and stuff as well.
Okay, so for me, that's very much like the progressed sun in Gemini, right? There's all the activities, the events, the talking, you're meeting people, you're hearing from them, you're watching them, it's on TV, it's being recorded, right? So there's all the Gemini. Opposite Neptune and Sagittarius. So Neptune for me is like the celebrities, for example, like
Mm, mm.
the whole world of entertainment, kind of that big mirage.
Yeah,
And I use
yeah,
that
yeah.
word lightly, not at all in a derogatory manner, but just that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
big world that we all look on the screen, and all these people with the glitz and glam. Neptune.
And I have an agent for extra work too. And I've just been put forward to be in a horror movie.
Okay, right. So there's again the Sun Neptune, right? Being a part of a movie, getting the book deals, writing a lot, being prolific, going to events. With celebrities also, thinking about Sag, right? People of
Mm,
elevated
mm.
position, celebrations, red carpet events, right? Things that are kind of exciting, things that are new, televised,
Yeah,
transmitted, broadcast. Yeah,
yeah,
broadcast.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. It feels also like you're studying as well a lot during this period. Maybe having like certain kinds of awakenings also, like
I'm
more
still studying
information.
astrology as well.
Yeah.
Trying to deepen my knowledge of astrology as well.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also a little bit with like mediumship too. My
Yeah.
guru told me I have latent mediumship abilities.
Yeah, sure. I believe that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess you didn't need to hear that from him, but that's nice
No,
anyway.
no.
Yeah.
It was just validating for me, really.
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess you've been invalidated so damn much. Oh, okay. Yeah, so do you see your progress sun in Gemini with Neptune, right? The
Yeah,
mediumship. getting deeper into astrology, studying all the different mysteries.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this feels very inspirational in a way. Like you're inspired.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Where do you feel is like your challenge at the moment?
Um, I think my challenge is um I think my challenge is just not having a routine and just being so like free to do what I want really. That's kind of a challenge in a way.
Living in abandon.
Yeah.
And why?
I don't know, I would like some more routine in my life, but I just can't seem to find a way to like get it happening. Just doesn't work
What do
with
you think
me.
routine would give you that you don't have now?
Some sort of stability.
Uh-huh. So you feel unstable.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what that makes me think about? You are Virgo rising, but other than that, you have no Earth in your chart.
Hmm. And everyone always says to me, you need grounding.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to get out and hug a tree more often.
Yeah, now I see that you're probably really in your head
Yeah.
and not too much in the material world.
No, not really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that makes me think about your Pisces stellium is one thing, like
Yeah.
having no routine, just traveling around, seeing what comes up. And also the sun in Aries, like moving with impulse.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
very me. That's very much me. And that's my life. That's the
And
way
it,
it goes.
yeah, and it makes me think also about how today, like even because I rarely, that never happens really, that I have to move an appointment, like it was just yours that I had to move. Makes me think about the way that you just happen to attract those situations of things getting moved rather than staying fixed. Do you see that? You
Yeah,
are the
and
one
that's
who,
why there's no stability because it's always like that with me for some
yeah,
unknown reason. It just happens like that.
I
It's just the
see.
way it goes.
So appointments kind of get canceled. There's time blindness. You get the like that.
Yeah, it's like you can't really plan. I can't really ever plan things that well because, like, for one day, for the start of the week, there could be nothing in my calendar, but then all of a sudden, I could have my week booked out. And it's just
Yeah.
like that. It just goes like that. And that's
Okay.
why there's no real, like, routine. Like, and I wish I had routine in a way, but it wouldn't really work.
Yeah. All
I
right.
can't really, I can't really work with the routine,
Right. Yeah.
but I wish I had routine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm feeling the Venus, Jupiter, and Pisces in the sixth house very much. Especially where you
Mm.
said that, yeah, there's nothing, and then all of a sudden my calendar is booked for the week. So you do stay busy and you do lots of fun things, but it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
And it just happens like that. Like I might have nothing for the week, and all of a sudden my whole week's just booked out with stuff to do.
Mhm. Okay.
It's often like that.
I guess bedtime also is kind of
Yeah, it's like whenever.
okay. Uh-huh.
And I
Okay.
mean, I was studying astrology with a woman in America, and so I was up doing astrology lessons at 2 a.m. in the morning on Zooms.
There we go. Yeah, again, the
So there
sun.
could be periods in my life where I'm up at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for just a Zoom call for something or
Yeah,
other that I'm interested in. And everyone else is asleep and it's really quiet.
it makes me think about the moon in Scorpio also, like living kind of
Mm,
in a quiet, right? Being up at night frequently.
yeah. I
Okay.
can be a night owl, but then other times I could be up at like 5 or 6 a.m. in the
Yeah, so
morning.
that makes me think about your moon in Scorpio together with your sun in Aries, because Aries is like early bird gets the worm, right? Early riser, let's get the day going. Yeah, being active.
And I love
Aries,
getting up early in the morning sometimes
and you know
too.
what's also
Like,
interesting is like Aries is the springtime, right? It's like this fresh new energy. Like the day is coming, the sun has won, but your moon is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is the season when things are dying and things become cold. Speaking for the northern hemisphere, I know that's
yeah,
different. Oh, okay,
yeah, yeah.
good. Let's stop there for today.
Okay. And apologies for the Semolina. That was autocorrect. That was not
Oh,
my.
I mean, there's your Mercury and
I
Pisces
couldn't
again.
believe after I said that and I saw it, I went, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, but now that I
Instead of
see,
look at that and think, "Oh, she's a fruitcake."
yeah, yeah, no, I just totally get it. And now when I see your Mercury and Pisces square your Mars and Gemini, it makes sense. You know that again, you're the one to misspell something in an email. I guess that's not the first time that's happened for you. Um,
No, it
okay,
was autocorrect. Changed it.
okay, that's right, Emilian's. Yeah. So I'm gonna, yeah. How did you feel? What are you left with?
That was great. I really enjoyed that. And I see a lot of what you're talking about. It makes a lot of sense. It really does.
Right.
I I'm so grateful to you for this. It was wonderful.
Sure.
And it was lovely to meet you. And I can't believe you're probably right near Rainer Fulmick.
I don't know where that is.
No, the guy who's locked
Ah,
up in the
yeah, yeah,
German
exactly.
prison.
Yeah, I guess I am. Okay, let me stop recording. Then I want to talk to you for just a minute. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right.